Now we're going to take a look at functions. So a function is a relation in which each element of the domain, so the x values, is paired with exactly one element of the range. So what that means is we can only have one distinct y value for each x value. So it's okay if we have one x that goes to one y, but if we have a single x that goes to two different y values, then it's not okay. So say if you're looking at a vending machine, if you press the Diet Coke button, you expect to get out a Diet Coke, but if you got a Sprite, you would not be happy. However, it would be okay if there were two buttons for Diet Coke. So let's look at determining if something is if the relation is a function. So for the first example, we're going to look at just the x values. So there is no repeated x value, so it is a function. Let's check out example 2. We're going to use the vertical line test. So we're going to draw a vertical line and see if it hits more than 1 point. Because it only hits 1 point through each vertical line, it is a function. Now let's look at the third example, the mapping diagram. -1 goes to 4 and 5. If we plotted those 2 points, it would fail the vertical line test. And remember, each x needs a distinct y. We cannot have two y's for the same x. So this is not a function. So again, let's define the vertical line test. If we draw vertical lines, we can only hit 1 point. So if we hit more than 1 point, it is not a function. So here's some more examples to determine if they are functions or not. So let's check out the table. Our x values are 0, 8, -8, 2, and 1. So because they're all different x values, it's going to be a function. We don't even need to look at the y values. For the mapping, it gets a little tougher because 9 goes to 5 and 3. So it's not repeated, but it technically is because it's going to two different y variables. Also, 8 goes to two different y variables as well. So it's definitely not a function. Our bottom left example, if we do the vertical line test, they only hit 1 point. So that is a function. Our last example, that fourth line I drew, hits 2 points, so that one's not a function. Go ahead and do the U-tries.